When I first started brewing, I was brewing in Missoula, Montana, and I was like a home brewer. I was the president of the brew club, and then I went to moved to Fort Collins. I brought my beer there, and first thing I did was a dark lager. It was a Doppelbock, and I put it in the contest, and I won first place. And so I got the attention of other brewers in Fort Collins, and I ended up getting a job there. Well, first I started working in the Mountain Tap Tavern, which was just a 15, different beers on tap, no crap, sort of thing. And then when there was a new brewery coming up called HC Burger, they needed another brewer, so I got the job there. So I started out, just bottling, doing cellar work, and working my way up and that kind of thing. And I worked there for like 3 years, and then moved to Seattle. And so I was in Seattle, and I was looking for a job, and a guy who was at Phantom Canyon in Fort Collins, he recommended me to Fal Allen at the Pike Brewery, and so I got a job there, and that was my first job in Seattle. So I worked there for quite a few years, and then I quit and worked for the big time for like 6 months, and then I was still in Seattle, but then they needed a brewer up at Boundary Bay, so a head brewer. So that was my first head brewing job, was Boundary Bay, and so I started brewing beers there, winning lots of medals for head and stuff like that. And then I found out that Neil was looking for a brewer, and he wanted to open a brewery in Kent or something, or somewhere down south, Tacoma, but he couldn't find a place. I said, well, you know what? We found this one place in Edmonds. It's like really cool location, so we came and looked at it, and he's like, yeah, this is pretty cool. So we just started here. So that's how I got to Edmonds, pretty much. And, ironically, the first time I moved to Seattle to work at the Pike, the place I lived was Edmonds. So I knew Edmonds. And then I moved to Bellingham, then I moved to Port Townsend. Now I'm back in Edmonds again, so it's like a full circle.